Say it nice and slow and low into the microphone.
And they're nice and deep like. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think the car wash was a bad idea. We just had that one weird guy that's paying Justin to wash his truck.
Dude, Dodgeball has so many fucking cool
It really
lines.
does. It really does. What's up, fam?
Welcome back to a new episode of Downhill Dummies podcast. I'm here with Trey
Yo.
and Jeff. And we're here at the Airbnb after riding Jay. What are you guys' thoughts from today?
I mean, any day on the snow is a good day.
Any day on the snow is a good day.
Even if it's a fucking ice rink.
Was icy.
Hi, yeah.
Deep.
It was. Yeah.
Deep responses over here.
Yeah, no, actually, I kind of went spaced out for a second, and then I realized, yeah, I should have thought of something. So here I am, just filling in with BS as I am currently thinking of something. But now I think I got a thought. It was good. It was windy as crap last night, coming into today. So we kind of.
So it rained last night.
It did a little bit of raining, but then it did a whole lot of winding. The wind was winding.
The wind was a winding.
Yeah,
for
okay.
sure.
But it calmed down into the morning, and even then, though, the sun never really broke through and the temperatures never came up, so there was a nice crust.
Oh, is that what you call
Yeah.
an ice rink? Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It was if you had a sharp, strong edge, it held. Okay, but at the end of the day, these aren't the real trails that you want. Kind of.
So we didn't even
that to
really
be
spend
happening.
that much time on groomers.
No, I mean we
did, but we didn't.
What I would have to say is we didn't put ourselves onto black diamonds.
We did. We did one. We were forced to do one.
All right, do that.
It didn't feel like a black diamond.
It didn't.
Thank-
It
yeah.
definitely didn't.
So like the
Right.
black diamonds that they have there, like if we were on stateside, and stateside is predominantly black diamonds and really steep blues. As soon as we got to stateside, they had the jet shut down.
Yeah. Is that like the best chairlift?
No, okay.
When
so,
it's all open, it's pretty nice. Yeah.
Yes, and the reason why is because that's going to give you the shortest hike to the top.
Hike. Okay.
If you take the tram, cool. The tram's fine, great.
Right.
But sometimes the tram takes a while. It's only
Yeah.
like a 20-minute hike.
Because you guys were so disappointed when the what was it called? The jet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
jet was closed.
When
Yeah,
the jet was closed? Yeah.
Well, then that meant that whole side of the mountain was then just. If they're gonna shut down the one chairlift that takes you to the top of that like section of mountain, then every trail over there is just screwed. Which then it's like, oh, well, okay then.
In my opinion, the best chunks of the woods are over on the far right.
Far
off
right.
of
Yep.
Jet, like down past Timbuktu, and the trees are like
Yep.
it's the best spots.
What is it? Kitcher's Forest?
Yeah.
Kitcher's Forest on a powder day or even just a moderate day. Like if it was same conditions as today, but 38 to 40 degrees. Oh, it's tight, it's steep, but it's super manageable. Everyone's already done it. No one's trying to run into a tree, so half the time the paths are already done. Yeah.
And most of the time, like, it's not skied out too, like, because
Yeah.
not everybody goes over there. Like, they're gonna hit. What's the run we hit at the end of the blue?
Kokomo?
Kokomo.
Yeah.
Kokomo.
That gets rode out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly. Everyone can hit it.
Right.
There's almost
'Cause
always
it's-
fresh snow on the other side.
It's a little bit more open.
It's wide open.
It's not really wide open, but it's more open than the other.
All right, so okay. I guess I gotta preface this because he would understand. Wide open compared to
Yeah.
Jet.
Compared to the bottom end of Timbuktu, yeah, it's wide open.
Yeah.
And it's not a wall, right? It's like it's a green with trees on it.
Exactly.
Right?
Nice.
This one is a comfortable black, and they'll class it as a double black, just because of the trees. All right, like there's the steepness is the same as it would be on the groomer, okay, and yeah, then they just added trees, so that just bumps it up.
No, the trees were already there. They didn't add trees.
We added trees. We added the trees. Don't you worry about it. We added the trees. Hey, that's what you get. Look at you correcting us when you said, "Oh, fam's gonna see us somewhere tomorrow." When we were talking about Jay and you were closing out the video, I'm like, no, they're gonna see us there. We're not gonna see them there.
Facts. I have no argument.
Eye for an eye doesn't make the whole world blind. Just makes them one eye short.
So if there was one run that you could do again, what would it be?
If everything's fully open?
Yeah.
Or no, today.
Oh, today?
If you could do run
Oh,
one back.
then flyer, the one that off to the, as soon as you go to the top. So if you're looking down and be all the way left, which then hit the woods.
Goodness.
The ones that were closed off. So you know how when you said you went down the ice rink,
Mm-hmm.
that steep section, and then it turns to the right. Right there is the entrance to those woods.
Oh, those were closed
So
off.
yes, so if
Those are great woods.
Jet,
Those were goods, yeah.
cool. I'm fine with Jet being closed. Look at that! I hear the springing
It
in
was
these
indeed.
headphones,
Yeah,
man.
the booms are not that high quality.
I don't care.
I'm sorry, guys.
If Jet was closed and Flyers Woods were open, an argument could be made that it'll give the other sides a run for its money's woods. I would say that. But since it wasn't open, can't really say anything. It's more of a moderate one. I would have to say, so over on Jet side, that's a double black in those woods. This one is probably just a black because it's a little more, not as vertical, but it's still hairy. You have a video of it from 2 years ago if you want to superimpose up on the screen. You see up here. He's going to put a link to the video from us from 2 years ago. And in that, we hit some woods. He's usually doing a POV on that one with the stick and stuff. That's the woods I'm referencing on the side of Flyer. The other woods that we're talking about, that Trey's saying at the end of Jet, we haven't hit those, and there isn't video of us hitting it because it was closed. And everything was just windswept. So it is what it is. But that's what we're referencing right now.
I'll just put it over the screen.
Yeah.
I want to put
Figured.
a link in.
Okay.
You
You
know.
could do both.
Well, yeah. I don't want people clicking on the link and disappearing from the video. Yeah. I want to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but
Actually,
Fair
kind of
enough.
had a lot of fun on our grilled cheese today.
yeah.
That was a surprisingly fun rip. It was
I-
short, but it was.
I
it was
gotta
nice.
be honest with you. I was not done riding.
This was the first time this season that I've left the mountain with a little bit more in me, which is a
Yeah.
good feeling.
I was like, I could totally keep going until 4:00. Yeah.
See,
I
I
was
honestly,
ready to go again.
reason why I wasn't is because it got to the point where we were just going to be hitting half mountain runs that we'd already hit a million times that a bunch of other people were going to be hitting. It was starting to get congested. Cool. At that point, I was like, ugh, I wanted to go up Flyer again.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were coming down, when we got separated that one time, when Gagney and I were coming down, dude, you can just tell that since the sun was now at the second half of the day, so to speak,
Getting flat light.
yeah, you were getting flat light. Two, everything else now, the sides were no longer viable. You had to then pepper in the middle, at which point it then became patch.
Yeah.
It became like a patchy road in longboarding.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're like, okay, it's doable, but at the end of the day, after you've been riding all day, are you going to sit there and just be chomping at the bit to hop in the back to go hit a patch run? That's all it was. Yeah, I still had some in me, but at the same time, it's like, really, do I want to just like have to really drain the tank using everything to do like traction, traction that? No, I'm going to hit the bottom. Then at that point, I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Let's just go get some food. Call it a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call it a win.
I could have went over to the park one more time
Yeah.
and done another run through the park. That would have been fun. But at the end of the day, I was happy with ending it off where we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I was able to do that little Grom Park right in the beginning where you said I snaked everybody.
He did snake everybody.
He did. He
And he
did
had a
snake
sick line.
everybody.
But at the same time, you know, in my defense, I came down. No one was really rushing to go.
Yeah, he's not wrong. No one was really like jumping to get in.
No one was going, and I'm coming down. I'm like, what? So I'm just gonna hop in line? I got some momentum. Hey, dropping.
He called
dropping.
Drop. He did
No,
call drop.
no one said anything. So guess what? Boom! I did my run, and then I got to the bottom past at the end, and then maybe I waited about a solid 30 to 40 seconds before then I saw more people that were sitting up at the top finally coming down.
Yeah, nobody was mad.
To be fair, we were the only ones that gave him shit.
Yeah, we were the only ones that were fucking with him. I'm like,
But-
oh, he's a snake. He snakes
But
everybody.
what's funny is that if he was recording or doing anything like that, you're going to see me just come down, enter the park, and just jump in front of probably about 10 people.
He did call drop.
Yes, I did. I
But
did.
He didn't stop.
No, but at the same time, dude, I didn't fall either.
No.
Yeah, so cool.
You did every feature on that right run. The right side of that run.
No.
You
I missed the second to last jump. I missed the second to last jump. Reason being is because I flew. I didn't anticipate airing out the flat to bottom.
Yeah.
The flat to down.
And you did it anyway. It was sick.
Well,
It was sick.
so really what I was trying to do was air the flat and then catch the down more up on it. So then I
Okay.
could kind of maybe just do like a tail press, kind of like little something. At which point I'll still be eyeing the entrance to the jump right after that. At which point when I did it, I had a little too much speed. I was speed checking. I thought it was enough, but it was too much. Next thing I know, I'm flying it, and I'm like, well, okay, so now I'm spotting landing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no longer looking at the entrance to the next jump. I'm spotting the landing. Now I'm clear of this feature, and I have no setup for the next jump. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. So then that's when I went over the knuckle and then hit the other one. But at that point, it was kind of just a little unkempt. I don't know. It was just the end of the run. First time hitting the jump, so I just didn't have any gauge on speed. I just kind of went.
So it sounds like to me that you overshot the first jump.
I just went around it.
No, I went around it. I
The
knuckled it.
first one?
So there was 2 jumps at the end.
He
Right.
overshot the
The first
flat
jump-
to
I
drop.
I overshot the box, the flat to down box.
Okay.
At which point it threw me in a bad setup. I would have had to hard 90 over, then set up, killed all my speed to hit that jump.
He would have knuckled it hard.
Yeah, at that point I just rode over the knuckle, got myself squared away, and then hit the jump at that point.
The
But-
yellow jump?
Yeah, the last jump. But the
Yeah,
reason
so that's
why
the bigger one.
Yeah, the reason
Yeah.
why though, when you came down and said that I snaked them or something like that,
I
or you
was
were giving me
fucking
crap,
with you.
I know. But at the same time, the person that was recording those people that were about to drop was a JPEG employee.
Was he recording?
Really?
Yes. They all came down in a line doing like 360s or something like that, or one after the other. And I think
Oh.
that was their park lesson instruction.
I
That's
would
probably
never-
why they didn't. So then when you had said that, that was like, oh crap, because he was wearing a JP green jacket, and then it all made sense why they were waiting.
They're doing 360s and they need a lesson.
And well, that.
Well, I mean,
It's probably something you can learn, I guess.
it's a
Yeah.
high-level park lesson. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like, oh, that's why they were waiting. They probably were waiting for him to get down to the bottom, get set up, and then give them a thumbs up. So when you said that, I was like, damn, valid. I was like, valid.
I didn't even see the instructor.
Yeah,
I
that's-
just seen a bunch of people standing in line waiting for to hit the features.
I had a clear view of him because I was hitting the jump, and I stared right at him. I'm like, oh, that's a JP employee. I was like, oh. And then you guys came down and
I
doubled
wonder
down
what the
on
difference between the green jackets and the blue jackets
Freestyle.
are.
Yeah, green's freestyle. Blue's just like a regular lesson.
No
instructor.
shit.
Yeah.
it. You can see it on the back. It says freestyle.
That's next level shit there. You know.
Well, you got it. So when you get up into this far north, it's almost like football in the south.
Okay.
Okay, it's serious.
Now,
Yeah, it's
Mol-
real serious.
Yes, mogul running up here, freestyle alpine, things like that. I mean, I would have to say on any given day, we saw quite a few people uphill traveling.
a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so just like this is recreation. This is a sport.
But the thing
out
is,
here.
like, it disappointed me a little bit that these people are like going uphill on a groomer.
No, that they have to.
Yeah, that's the
They
only way
can't
they
go
can
in the woods.
Earl's Dream. If you look on JPEG's website, you get an uphill travel pass and you have to stay on Earl's Dream.
Yep.
At which point, since that is now commonplace and that is known and that's the policy, you now know if you're on Earl's Dream, watch out for uphill travel.
Yeah, and it's on the trail map too. It's like a dotted line all the way up to the top.
Yep.
Just like, hey, watch out for these
That's
That's why.
I don't agree.
people. The run's
with that.
wide. It's fine.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, but no,
You're going
I
25
don't-
tops on that.
If
thing.
I'm going uphill, I don't want to go uphill on a groomer. I want
Yeah,
to
but
go
they're not
in the
gonna want
woods.
you going uphill in the woods and then getting stranded or something like that. And
I
then
mean,
not
I have a berry box.
yeah, which is fine, but they still have to. Probably
It's a
allocate-
GPS monitoring system.
They still have to send somebody out there.
yeah.
You're on their property, it's private, they're expending money
There's
to send a
also-
search and rescue when they're like, no, we're giving you access to a heavily discounted, if not very bare bones pass.
Do you still have to pay to
Yeah,
hike
but
the mountain?
it's
Yes,
nothing.
it's a one. You pay one time. You
Yep.
get a wrist, like an armband, and you can go as many times as you want. So like you buy the uphill travel pass for Killington, it's like $56 or something like that. You can go as many times as you want.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can go to Pico and Killington.
That's the thing. They got to. A lot of people want to do it. If you don't put some sort of structure into it, it's going to just run amok. They already had to issue a red notice or whatever right at preseason. Because uphill
People were just showing up
Well,
before it was open.
because they were showing up before the mountain was open.
No, but that was the thing.
Yeah.
J Peak is very tolerant of that.
Yeah.
They even stated it, even in one of the emails or something like that from the person, from the grounds crew. We're tolerant of you guys doing it even before the mountain's open. But when you're sitting there walking over water lines for us trying to blow snow, you're messing around with mountain ops, and these people are running snowcats, they're running snowmobiles. They don't think there's people around there. And then next thing you know, they're seeing trails or they're seeing skis or snowboards popping over their lines. They're like, now we're adding more issues into it. So it's like they have to draw a line somewhere.
But didn't somebody break something this year too?
That too. And
So,
then
like-
someone tried to do a backflip in the woods. All right, like first day out or something like that. And the next thing you know, they're having to send a snowcat up.
That
whole
I can
9
understand,
yards.
right? That's
Yeah.
a pain in the ass.
So it's like at that point when you see, it's like, okay, well, they sectioned to one trail. It's the biggest trail on there, and it's the one trail that goes from top to bottom. You can really just kind of mitigate problems that way. And if
Yeah.
someone's not doing it, you can easily kick them out.
JPEG sucks. Don't go. Tell your
Yeah,
friends.
exactly. But that's the thing. It's like you draw a line in the sand, so then if anyone steps over it, then you have clear grounds to do whatever you need to do.
There's also an app that you can download and share with like any other people. It's called Strava.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
It'll show you where you are on the mountain to other people. Say you're in an event, say like Pico Hiko.
Yep.
They say log into this so that way we can see where you are.
Okay. I get that.
Your phone gets to be like your live feed GPS. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. So like Mike Gerard at any point can be like, okay, where's Rob? He's like, okay, he's halfway up the mountain. He's over on this side. You know, how long is he going to take to get to the top? You know, he can estimate that. And it's a nice thing about the Pico Hiko is that there I can wander off in the woods a little bit. You know, and still some of it I have to stay on a groomer, but it's steep. It's steep as hell. You know?
Oh yeah, the end of Superstar, just the end of Superstar alone is almost like.
Yeah, but I don't know the names of the runs over.
That's
on
the
Pico.
one run that they keep open. Yeah, Pico Hiko, I don't know about that, but Superstar that I'm referencing is the one run they keep open in summertime. It goes from top to bottom. And
It's the white ribbon of death.
Yeah, it's dude. Have you done Killington?
Only hit it once, like
Okay.
6 years ago.
Oh, okay, so if you were to hit it now, and whatnot, now with all the infrastructure and whatnot that they put in to have a snowpack to last through summer, and when it's not the furthest north Vermont mountain either, so it's kind of a feat in and of itself. It's steep at the end to the point where it's gated to where you are corridored into a certain exit path because people are coming down that fast. You need to be in that much control because once you get to the bottom, you're there. You're at the bottom. People are coming, chairlifts right there, and then you have the lodge. So, and it's one of the steepest parts of that whole run, and it's right at the end. Oh, dude, I was on toe edge, and I was touching the mountain like this. Gagney can back this one up because that was the day we all went last year. Okay, we showed up and we were over on one side of the mountain. You were over there with Robin. Okay, cool, whatever. We went up on the chairlift, and then we were making our way over. Well, as we were making our way over, I knew where we had to go, but we took a left instead of a straight, something like that. You know how it works. And next thing you know, we're on Superstar. Now I'm looking and we're gassed. All right, from the day before. Mm-hmm. We are first run in. So we haven't even really properly warmed up. And it just took us about an hour, probably a solid 45 minutes, worth of just sitting in the car, pepping ourselves up to just, yeah, because we're looking, when you're sitting in the parking lot, it's like you're looking at just a wall. At the skiers, there's just a wall of trails. And you're just like,
I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do that one.
Yeah, and then I'm just like,
trees over there.
like, that's steep. I'm like, damn, my legs are not ready for this. So we're like, all right, whatever, we'll get it. Since we knew Robin was learning, we knew it wasn't going to be that hectic of a day. So we're like, okay, cool, we'll get on over to them.
Take him down Superstar.
Nope, we didn't. Once the trail popped on out, I'm sitting on Superstar. I'm like, okay, I need a moment. But you're looking out, and all you see is just vastness, okay? And then the parking lot. It's quite literally like you're looking down on the cars. Mm. You don't see the trail. It goes and it goes. You're like, huh.
Dude, that's gnarly.
Yeah, so when I look over at Gagney, and I'm like, I'm not even going to BS. I'm like, dude, I'm a little intimidated at the moment. It was just, I wasn't in the right headspace, wasn't warmed up. I was like, dude, I'm a bit intimidated right now. And he's like, don't say that. He's like, you snowboard with way more confidence than I do.
If you can't handle it, I'm screwed.
And I'm like, all right, you know what? Let these people go by. He's like, what people? And I'm like, the one's all the way up there. Let's let them go by. They still had probably about 5 minutes worth of trail to come down before they passed us. So when he started laughing, it kind of just lightened the mood. And I'm like, okay, boom, I'm ready. Full confidence, 100% confident. I go, I'm about to crest over to the top. I'm thinking, stay over to the side, we'll be good. Hit a fat sheet of ice. Slid down for a solid 40 feet. Yeah, confidence went right out the damn window. Right, I went in, because that was the thing. It was like I had already talked myself into doing it. I'm like, okay, once you crest on over, just catch an edge, get a view of how the steepness is and how you're going to proceed. So I was like, okay, cool. So I went and did that. And as I crested over and I caught the edge, it just hit a sheet of ice.
Yeah.
And then I hit the snow after that, caught it back up, and then I just went off to the side. And then I sat back down. I'm like, yeah, all right, well.
I got to take a minute.
Yep. That wasn't on my bingo card when I was sitting there pepping myself up. We'll say that. But then we got down. But at that point, that's when I kind of got hyper focused. So when I was edging, I was like, wow, I'm like on the. That's how steep it was. Then get to the bottom and funneled out. And then we'll meet up with you guys. And I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm ripping the green looking like a rock star.
Yeah, it makes the easy runs look real easy.
It does. It really does. Yeah. But at that point, I was just like, okay, cool. This is going to be my speed for the day. I'll just sit there. I'll go hard on this, but I know it's nothing crazy. I don't have to sit there and go, I'm not fighting the mountain, so to
What was
speak.
that again?
Yeah, exactly. You know. Yeah.
How'd that go? Nice.
Say it slower for me.
Trey, what was your favorite part of the day?
Oh, goodness. I really liked ripping through the trees. Like our couple runs through Kokomo, even though it was like the snow had come down enough where we were riding over sticks. It was a good time.
It was windy last night.
Yeah.
So it dropped a lot of features.
If we didn't state it in the beginning, it was windy.
It was real windy.
Windy.
But the wind died out basically like as soon as we got there.
Yeah, they were running the trail most of the day.
So because I was up, I remember right around the 3:34 a.m. mark.
It's a very specific time.
Well, no BS, because I was sitting. Well, that was the thing.
Right around the 3:34 a.m. spot.
Jordan and I were chilling. We had fallen asleep, but we had fallen asleep probably around like 1 a.m. And I had a rainstorm going on the speaker because the wind was so inconsistent and it was just hitting the broadside of a barn.
So not construction music.
No, not construction.
Not
music.
jackhammers.
Nope. Well, there was a glitch.
And beeps.
There was a glitch in like the thing or whatever, so it made like a weird noise. At which point, it kind of just woke me up. At which point, I heard.
So wait, you listen to construction music?
No, he does.
No. My boy listens to construction music.
I listen to rainstorms.
It's the only way he can sleep. Trucks backing up, jackhammers going.
No shit.
Doing jackhammer things.
So I tried listening to like thunderstorms to try to put me to sleep. It worked for like the first couple of days, and then on like day 3 or 4, I just started listening to the thunderstorm. I started paying attention. I'm like, oh, that was a nice one.
Yeah. Oh no, it's funny. You can even ask Jordan. There's a 72-hour one, okay?
Yeah.
And I put it on, and I'm like, I like this one because I like the sound of the thunder.
Yeah.
In it.
And then I just started like, wait, I'm not getting any sleep because I'm just chilling and listening to this thunderstorm.
That's when then you got to change it over to fireplace crackling and crickets.
Or whale noises. One of the two.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good advice.
No, that's serious.
I've never even thought about that.
Your head is going to hone in on it, and you're going to analyze it. You got to change out, and then your head kind of just resets.
Recently, I have been listening to just like random like space stuff.
Yeah.
Like just
What is space stuff?
YouTubers talking about like 3i Atlas.
3AI
okay, so not
Atlas.
like space noises.
3AI Atlas. Yeah.
You're right.
Which would be nothing because space is quiet. But people talking about space.
Talking about space or
That's what I loved about Star Trek, the Chris Pine one, because in the first Star Trek, okay, they get hit with a photon or a phase or whatever it is, and it blows a hole in the side of the hull. Well, there's a bunch of sound happening in the ship, in the Enterprise or whatever, and then as like one of the cadets gets sucked out, you see all these phasers going on. Yeah, it goes dead quiet.
you don't hear shit.
But
the
that's
vacuum of
it's
space,
the vacuum,
bro.
and I love how they actually didn't overstep that.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, didn't like miss that point, and I thought that was such a cool transition. Went from so much noise to dead quiet.
So one thing I can't get past some of the, like Star Trek or Star Wars is when they go in the warp speed.
Oh, you had this conversation in the Shadow of Home.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Star Wars is fantasy. It is not sci-fi. That's a common misconception. Star Trek is sci-fi. It's something that like could be
they
real.
still-
They kind of explain it. Star Wars is just straight up magic. Like
Okay.
none of it's. Imagine you're in like a Disney movie.
Right.
It's
But
all
how do-
fantasy.
how do
You're
they
a
get
wizard,
past-
Harry.
Yeah, I'm a what?
How do they get past the theory of relativity as far as like going the warp speed? So like they leave Earth and go in the warp speed and come back. The people that they left are the same age when they come back.
I get that. So now,
so
okay.
that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, but it's okay. You get your theory of relativity and this, that, and the other. Can something like people? In
Well,
the
how do
chat-
they get past it?
probably-
Well, they don't.
They don't.
It's movie magic, bro.
Exactly.
Then please explain.
Well, this is actually a tangible question that maybe someone has the answer. I don't know.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, this one's
We would like to have you on our Downhill Dummies
Or-
podcast
or
to
meet
talk about
Dude, I bet Neil deGrasse
theory of
Tyson
relativity
shreds.
and Star Wars and Star Trek.
Michio
Warp speed.
Kaiku. You're in on this too. All
Well,
right.
like Interstellar does a decent job at like kind of going through that, where like his daughter straight up ages until she's like.
They
90,
do a good
and
job
comes
at
back,
that. Yeah.
Not if you ask my cousin.
right?
MIT graduate aerospace engineer, dude.
He's got problems.
He's
with
got
Interstellar.
problems with Interstellar. Oh yeah, he does. I watched it, and me not knowing crap from a hot rock when it comes down to that stuff. Hey, cool Matthew McConaughey, awesome, sick. He saved the world. Cousin shows on up around the holidays. That was a horrendous POS of a movie. I'm like, tell me how you really feel.
I gotta admit, like when he gets into like that quantum world,
So now this is the
that's
question.
when I get confused.
This is the
Yeah.
question that I'm going with now. So you got a black hole, okay? You take a supermassive star at the end of its life, runs out of its fuel, boom, compresses, creates a black hole. Some big ones. The bigger ones are what creates the black hole. My question is that it has a pull of gravity that's so great that not even light can escape. What's the engine to that gravity? The star, very tangible. You had gases, fission, this, that, and the other. It's constant. Once its fuel runs out, it starts burning heavier and heavier elements to the point where it can't burn anymore, and then it boom, and then it explodes. Cool. X, Y, Z. How does a black hole keep sucking in matter to the point where no two things can occupy the same space? So it's obviously compressing it to a point. How?
Gravity.
Give me your theory of relativity on that one.
Yeah, that's a tricky one, right? Because it's a lot of it is theoretical, right? It's just what we've observed, so we don't have a good explanation for
Yeah.
it, right?
So
It's-
the theory of relativity only works because it's like that's what we've actually been
it's
able
a
to
theory.
understand.
It's
Yes.
a theory, right?
It's a theory, exactly.
So that's when I think that question could then be that could be an answer to the whole Star Trek thing. Maybe the theory of relativity with that far in the future isn't actually as accurate as we once thought.
So you're saying that they created a warp drive that basically eliminates the theory of relativity. They can just go from point A to point B and be there.
Well, if you think about it, because with a warp drive, isn't that effectively creating a wormhole? At which point it's folding space, so you're really
it's a
only going.
wormhole.
So you're really only going from one part of space here to this part of space
Right.
there, and then back and forth. You're not actually traveling the distance.
Yeah, you've seen you take the line, you draw it on a piece of paper, you
You
fold it in half and stab
Exactly,
it, right?
yeah.
That's
So you're not actually
where you're
traveling the
getting to.
distance. You're not actually getting the time. You're more or less just kind of teleporting to a
Through-
degree.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Hey, trust me, I'm not a scientist here.
So when in the show they end up in a wormhole
Yeah.
and then all their instruments are all fucking weird, what's that about?
What do you mean their instruments are all weird?
So I think there's a movie, one of the movies, the Star Trek movies, where they end up in a wormhole and they can't control their ship.
Might have been
They literally cannot do nothing.
So, hey, maybe it was a computer generated wormhole. If we can make warp drive and we're artificially making wormholes, maybe someone else made a wormhole and then the Enterprise was stuck in it and it was actually a joint thing. I don't know, dude. My mind's full of bag of cats, dude. Give me something. And
I don't know why you expect us to know the answers to these
yeah,
questions.
I don't know, dude. I can give you a lot of interesting stuff.
We're a
though.
downhill podcast. We're talking about warp drives and shit.
Hey,
Collectively, we've had a lot of brain damage, my dude. We're trying our best.
Yeah, well, you brought up that question, and then I was wondering about the black hole, because what was funny, is as I was driving up here yesterday, that's what I was thinking about. Jordan was, I think, reading a book or playing with a slide puzzle, and I was just sitting there just watching the miles go by, and I was thinking about that. I'm like, wait, how does that happen?
So take us through that.
Okay.
How does what happen?
Okay, so pretty much like the whole star thing.
Yeah.
What drives that? I can't wrap my head around how they're just saying, oh yeah, no, all it does is just compress matter. How?
What, a star?
No, a black hole.
Oh.
What drives that? Think about it. Like, honestly, just take 2 minutes and sit there with everything that you've heard. It takes matter, it compresses it. Gravity is so great, not even light can escape.
So
what is driving? What is allowing something to pull with that much force without ever letting up?
Well, once something starts pulling things in, gravity-wise, it keeps getting bigger, and it keeps pulling more.
And but then at the same time, where does it go? No two things can occupy the same space. Like, that's at least what we're told. So then they go to say that it's compressing it.
Yeah, except that's not 100% true, right? You get into quantum mechanics, and things can be in two places at once.
Yeah.
Right? You've
so
got,
then that's
you've got superposition and all that fun stuff. So
at which point you would think that the theory of relativity just ceases to exist, and just any theories that we're familiar with kind of cease to exist in there, because it's technically like a rip in the space-time.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
We're getting deep.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're getting real deep here on the Downhill Dummies podcast.
Yo, I blame you, Neil deGrasse Tyson. You catch me.
I bet you he's got.
So does Alien guys. Yeah.
Link the Neil deGrasse Tyson video here.
Well, you know what? Like, I know for a fact that Neil deGrasse Tyson likes skateboarders.
Oh.
Yeah, for the simple fact of what skateboarders do, in the fact that, like, he says, like, they work beyond their capabilities. They try trick after trick after trick until they land it. That's a sense of...
That's a scientist.
Right?
Yeah,
that's a sense of, like, their commitment and their capabilities, you know.
Yet they failed math class.
Yeah.
They couldn't commit to that high school.
No, I failed math class.
That 8 to 2.
And spelling.
I don't know, boys. I aced math class. Math class was easy. Math, physics, that's my shit.
So I was more of a science guy. Science and kind of art.
Okay.
But math I didn't do bad. And once I understood algebra and I got the process down, we were smooth sailing. But in the beginning, I would have to say 7th and 8th grade, I had a hard time grasping just like the procedure of doing that stuff. And then once I stayed after school a couple times, teacher broke it down. I'm like, oh, okay. And we were good. We were cool going into high school.
No, I was never good with math. I was in the special math class. What do they call that? The
seatbelt.
Wait, the advanced math class or you got to catch up math class?
The got to catch up math class.
Got it.
See, my senior year, I took this class called Math Applications, and everyone thought it was dumb math, which, I mean, it wasn't hard math.
Sounds like math you can use.
That's the thing.
Right?
All right,
yeah.
So I was sitting there, I'm like, dude, it's my senior year. All right, I'm like, I'm not signing up for pre-calc or this, that, and the other. What?
Dude, I was in Calc 2 my senior year.
Yeah, so I'm sitting here. Well, I sandbagged a lot in math because I was like, I didn't want to go any further than like trig and all that stuff because I thought that was interesting. I thought geometry and trig and all that was fun. I didn't really want to go into what these other guys were doing. So they said math applications, and I'm like, well, what's that? And like math and practical use. They didn't go much further than that, but I'm like, man, that seems pretty good.
Well, I got to take a math class, so might as well, right?
Yeah, and next thing I know, I'm sitting here learning about taxes, sitting here learning how to balance a checkbook, this, that, and the other.
Oh, that's personal finance.
Yes.
Okay.
I
took the same class.
Yeah. Property tax, things like that, and going into, hey, what you're actually going to use day to day. And then it's funny. I'm like, oh, wow, now I have kind of like a leg up on that, not really knowing that I did. I felt like still the dumbass because I wasn't in calculus. Okay. No, next thing I know, now the people that were in like calculus was like, yeah, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I wish I took that class. I'm sitting there struggling with all year while you're just sleeping, getting this done.
I took algebra my freshman year, failed it miserably.
Oof.
And that was the first semester of my freshman year. And second semester, I definitely had to take like the like I don't know what it was called, but it was not. It was a special
Remedial algebra.
remedial math class. Yeah. And
We think you're smart, don't worry.
I filled up my my high school classes with photographies and automotive shops, mechanics, so like machine shop and like construction.
Seriously though, I think more people should take either machine shop or like whatever the automotive class is in high school, because knowing how to fix your own car is a game changer.
Yeah.
Right? You're not just like a sucker to whatever the dealership wants to charge you for stuff. Like, being able to
Exactly.
actually fix your own stuff is super useful.
Well, freshman.
Yeah, Jeff.
So freshman.
Edinger. Yeah, Mister. My car takes special oil, so I gotta take it to the shop.
Synthetic.
Dude.
Mine takes
Yeah.
synthetic too. You just
Yeah,
Shush,
but-
don't.
V-dubs, you can't even just drain the oil. You gotta suck the oil out.
Dude, okay.
They need a pump.
You can drain it, but sucking the oil out is actually really convenient. I don't have to put my car up. I drive it into the garage, kick the compressor on, take the filter cap off because it's all in the. You pop the hood, it's all right there.
Yeah.
Suck all the oil out, pour more oil in. I'm done. It takes me like 30 minutes, start to finish, to change my oil. It's
How's the
actually really
filter?
nice. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I did my oil change Wednesday
We're
after.
a downhill skateboarding.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
yep.
so off topic.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
okay.
Skateboarding, snowboarding
Hey,
channel.
Just skip
Hey,
all this shit. Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
not-
letting you know, guys. Downhill skateboarding and downhill snowboarding ain't paying the bills. The stuff that we're talking about is
Yeah.
actually what goes on in our day-to-day life. So I apologize.
Well, I
Life
mean,
hack.
actually, in my situation, skateboarding or snowboarding does pay the bills
Must be nice.
In winter,
in the wintertime.
yeah, then the ropes course does in summer.
I'm a professional.
But
I'm not pro.
it,
I'm a professional.
I did it in between day job and
There's a
night
difference.
jobs. Well, the simple fact of they trying to charge you $100 for an oil change when you can buy an oil change bundle from the parts store for like $50 for your oil of choice and filter of choice.
You know, they are telling me my truck is $10K per oil change.
Yeah,
Yeah, it makes
every
sense.
time-
What are you, a zero? Are you a 0W?
I don't know. They do it.
No, it's probably 5W. Zero is usually like European cars.
No, zero's usually in turbos.
It definitely has a turbo.
That too. I think I had 5W30 in my Focus.
Okay, I have 5W20 in
I
there.
don't
I
know.
know 30.
I do
I'd
not
be 30
know
in
the
that.
answer to this
Accurate.
question.
No, so
10K seems
I
like
take
a lot.
I take my truck. They do it, and I take
Because-
it back, and I'm like, thank you.
what year is
bye."
it?
24.
Okay. What
Yeah.
size motor?
2.4.
Okay, yeah, then I probably would go
It's a
with the
2.4 I-Force turbo.
Because my what is it? My mom's got the turbo CRV, and she takes 0W20. It's the viscosity, really. What it is
Because
that
there's oil in your turbo,
yeah.
Yeah.
right? So you
Yeah.
you really should change it more than every 10K.
Exactly.
That's at least who cares? But
7,500
Yeah, it's
Between
their,
five and
usually,
it's
seven
their
is-
truck,
yeah.
it's not mine.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, but but an oil change, once you get, it's honestly, it's a 3-step process. At least
No,
for my
it
car.
really is.
I take the oil cap off, cool. Go underneath, take the drain plug out, let it drain. Once that's done, take the filter off, cool. While that's draining, put the drain plug
Do you
back
know
in.
a lot of people don't know they need to take their oil cap off?
I can see that though.
Yeah.
That's an easy thing to miss.
Yeah.
They
just
forget
lets
to put it
everything
back
out.
on.
Yeah.
Same with the drain plug. So then as like the filter's emptying, I put the drain plug back on. Cool. See that the filter's cool. Great. Take that. Take a little bit of the excess
Prime your
oil.
filter. Prime your filter.
Prime your filter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that on there, and then boom.
Dude, yeah.
4.5 quarts now.
You
Usually
just do hand tight.
How does my Volkswagen take more quarts than your car?
Because it's not turbo.
I have 6 quarts every time I do an oil change.
Yeah, so I'm 4 or 5,
That's
but at the
nuts.
same time, I'm 4.5 quarts, and I have a 3.7 naturally aspirated V6.
I
Oh,
feel like
V6.
I feel like you'd need more quarts for that. I guess not.
But it's a overhead cam?
Yep. Dual overhead
Dual.
VTEC.
Yeah. VTEC.
The oil, dude. The
And
oil,
an Acura?
dude. Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah, actually, because that's the thing. Acura.
They still call it VTEC?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, it's the same motor. If you can,
Got it.
like, same thing with Volkswagen and Audi. If
Yeah.
you get proficient with fixing those cars, you can actually part match Volkswagen's parts to Audi's cars because they're the same company, and you can save at least 30%.
Yeah, an S3 and a Golf R are like the same car.
Yeah,
They're just a different, like, shell.
exactly.
Yeah,
So a lot of the mechanicals, a lot of the stuff under that shell is usually the same because it's rarely expensive to retool your manufacturing process for each individual car. They try to streamline stuff as much as possible. Right? So if you get proficient with it, you can do it. Same thing with Honda and Acura. Acura actually is a North American brand. That was sold.
How much did you smoke today? What are you talking about? Acura is a Japanese brand.
No. So, okay. Honda is a Japanese brand.
Yeah.
Acura was actually started, okay, for North American states because to sell a luxury car. If you look at the Acura Integra over here, it's a Honda Integra over there. Acura isn't a thing in Japan.
So it was marketed for America, but it's still Honda.
Yes, it's still Honda, but if you go over to Japan and try to buy an Acura,
it's not a thing.
It's not a thing. It's
You
a
just buy
Honda.
Yeah.
That's it. So so that was over here to badge it and price it up 25% and sell a luxury car like Audi, Volkswagen, okay, like Nissan, Lexus. I mean, no, Nissan, Infiniti, Toyota, Lexus. Lexus is Toyota's luxury brand. What is it? Freaking Infinity's Nissan's luxury brand. All the same car. Genesis actually is a Hyundai's luxury brand, but they have such a bad name with Hyundai that Genesis completely.
It's not really a luxury car at that point.
What?
The Genesis, those things just fall apart, dude.
Oh yeah. But have you seen how expensive they are and
Yeah.
how much they're trying to market it as a luxury thing, and that there's no Hyundai badging on it.
What's crazy because
it's a Hyundai.
Hyundai and Kia both started off. If you go back to the original advertisements for those cars, they were trying to sell them as you can buy 2 of these for the price of a used car.
Yep.
Because they were so cheap.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I don't.
They've blown up obviously since then. But back in the day, you could literally buy 2 Hyundais for the price of a used car. It was insane.
We sell Hondas and Subaru.
Hi Hyundais.
But a cool rule of thumb is your Honda with a sunroof. If your Honda has a sunroof and Acura has a sunroof, it has VTEC.
For real?
Yep.
We gotta look that up.
That's it.
Fact check.
Yeah.
You can get it trim modeled without a sunroof, but if you're gonna go and buy like a Honda aftermarket used or whatever, and you see that it's got a sunroof, 9 times out of 10 it's got a VTEC.
Kyle from Boosted Boys, can you confirm?
Sponsor us.
Yeah.
I want the
Sponsor a
please.
downhill skateboarding, snowboarding channel.
Dude, just do some follow runs in the Nardisea. That would be sick.
Whoa. I mean, there's no hills in Florida. They got to come up here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll show them around the Northeast.
So, I know for a fact that Kyle from Boosted Boys, he's profound in the scootering.
Who?
He does scootering.
What do you mean scootering?
So he does like the scooter, goes to skate park with his little scooter.
Like the Razor scooters?
Yes.
He's the scooter kid.
He's a scooter
at
kid.
the skate park.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Does he get picked on? Like,
No, he's actually pretty good at it.
When you're good at something,
Yeah.
you get to a point where it's like, okay, if you're going down a hill, yeah, you suck, dude. You suck. But when you see someone do a flip, inverted, do this, that, and the other, and then land on it, you're like, I can't really talk crap because I can't just hop on that and do that. I can hop on and go down that hill,
yeah.
but I can't hop on it and do that, so I can't really talk crap.
So if he's doing like backflips off the
Yeah.
scooter.
I don't
like a
know
bowl,
if he's
sure.
doing backflips, but I definitely seen him on his channel one time pop on a scooter and just like do a little tail whip and land.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
Respect.
Exactly, right?
Respect.
At that point, okay, cool. Yeah, I digress. I wouldn't ever do it. But me being the BSer that I am, you know what? Yeah, if I could do it, I would do it better than you.
So speaking of skating, Jeff, are you gonna skate more this year? Are you gonna get back on your
There's only
skateboard?
one answer to this question.
There really isn't actually, because Gagney, I was talking about this with Gagney on the chairlift today. I skate.
Not this summer. You skated like one time.
At an event.
Yeah, you went to the knob and then you left early.
I went to the knob and I didn't just go to the campsite. When the event was over, yes, I left and I made it all the way to Gettysburg
Oh, okay.
by that night. Okay, so let's just throw some facts out there. I was at Gettysburg Memorial that next morning because that was actually on my bucket list to go and see.
You're deflecting from the
No, I am
question.
not, because here's the thing. I have logged probably about 20 miles around Boston on that board. I have logged probably another 15 to 20 around DC, seeing all the monuments on that board. Have I shown up at events with the friends and going downhill and doing that. No, but I have spent a lot of time on that board.
Okay.
And now the reason why I say that is because it is a pain in the butt. You are the closest skater to me.
Okay.
Pittsfield, that's an hour.
Oof.
Bailey, yes, he lives in the state, but he's air.
But he comes out.
Yeah, but where are we skating?
We got some new runs that just got paved
Yeah, where?
at Jiminy.
I don't want to drop any like locations, but there's some pretty good spots at Mass.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know, but
We can go to
hour,
Cosby.
but we're now thinking, okay, I have to travel an hour to go
And
over here.
actually, if you
That's
if
totally
you
normal.
if you come to
It,
Cosby,
it is, but at the same time, like you said, there's plenty good runs in there. I don't have to go that far.
if you come to Cosby, that's not as close to me. So so it's literally we're meeting in the middle,
Yeah.
like Cosby area.
So how far is
Apex.
Cosby to you?
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Not
That's
even.
an hour for me. Still, reason being is 'cause that's out in Deerfield. I did a job out there. Okay, I know Treehouse Brewing. It's an hour. I have to hop on 91 North, and I blast all the way that from the Soldiers Home.
But
I have to
it's
travel
still
all the way
worth it.
from Westfield. Yes, I'm not saying it's not,
It's
but at the
still
same
totally worth it.
I'm not saying it's not worth
That's
it,
a
but
fun
when I'm
hill.
sitting there laying in bed and
And
then
then-
Jeff invites me to go play a round of golf at a premier golf course that's all of 5 minutes away, or then I also have a downhill run, Chester and that whole area that I can go and chill at. It's just one of those
We
things where it's
need
like,
to go back
the
to
gas is
Chester.
now killing me.
Chester,
Yes,
we need to go back.
that's fine. But
I
even then,
like
it's like
Chester.
30
That's a
minutes.
fun hill,
Chester is a fun hill.
and it's like 30 minutes for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like
But-
that's my biggest issue is logistically speaking. It's just a pain in the ass.
So you got to meet him where he is.
Yeah,
Not really.
No, I'm just saying,
And go
like,
shred.
even if you come out to me, I have plenty of runs that we can go in my area. There's new pavement over on Jiminy. I've been waiting for them to pave that road for 7 years,
Yeah.
and finally they did, and it's easily 40.
I have no problem going.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, actually, the issue this year was all of the times you all were skating, I was always responding back. I got my kids this weekend.
Yeah, it was a lot of times where like it just happened to work out when you definitely had your children, which is we didn't hold that against you.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not
Yeah.
saying. I'm not saying you did, but that just
It just
That adds.
It adds up.
it adds
Yeah.
up. Like, oh, you didn't really
But-
skate that. Well, yeah, it's not that I
so-
didn't want to though, but
So to answer my question fully,
yeah, I mean, I plan on it, but at the same
Let's-
time, I'm
let's-
not gonna
let's-
go out of my way.
let's skate more.
Yeah, I have no problem doing
Yeah,
that.
we're out here with snowboarding.
Yes.
You're making time to snowboard. So come to Acme. At least come to Acme.
Yeah,
It's in
dude,
Port
that-
Jervis
Yeah.
in July.
What weekend in July?
20.
Just come to Maryhill, bro.
Come to Mary.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
We should definitely let's get a bus or something that we can
July.
all go in.
You got.
I'm
so,
flying
dude,
to
hey,
Portland.
Hey, what is the date?
April 28th.
No.
So Acme, I think, is our birthday weekend.
Oh, then no.
Come on, dude.
Dude.
He's gonna get in trouble.
Come on.
No, it's not that I'm gonna get in trouble.
So for the viewers, Jeff and I, we have the same birthday.
So our birthday for this year falls in the middle of the week. So it's either the weekend after, or the weekend before, or the weekend after.
So it's probably the weekend.
So it's 17th, 18th, 19th,
No, it's what's the afterwards?
24th, 25th,
That one.
26th, 24th, 25th, 26th.
Everybody come to Acme. It's gonna be a rip.
Bro, come to Acme.
I've never even been there, but
I don't
it's gonna
know.
be a rip.
I'll put some screenshots
It's
up.
really hard. My birthday's gonna fall on a Wednesday. I will have had the kids the weekend before, and I'm probably going to be doing something for my birthday. I'm sorry, dude. Fucking sorry.
I'll be there. Don't worry.
What can I say?
I gotta talk to Radio Mike and be like, get this shit off my birthday. so
that's
so
the
Jeff
thing.
can come to this event. It is such
It's-
it's such a selfish thing to do, but
It's not even that. It's just, but at the same time, guys, it's like
I want you to I want you to be
I
able
would
to come.
I would love to. I have no problems doing that, but I am.
It's such a fun
I'm on minimal effort kind of stuff. If it's I'm not forcing it.
What
if
if it's
things
like-
work on out and I can do it, I'm going to do it. But it's like I've noticed that when you sit there and you try to fight to make something happen,
How willing are you to travel?
I'm fine with traveling. That's the thing.
Because I hear Park City's also a rip.
Park City, Utah.
Yeah, they had a
Yeah.
race there this past year, and they're gonna hold another one this year. That's gonna be awesome. There's a lift.
Is that Ryan Farmer's event?
I think so. No, we had a different one that kind of overlapped with that, I think.
Okay.
But Park City's where they had I think it was the last WDSC race of the year.
Mm.
And it like rained a little bit.
Mm.
Chase Hiller showed up. So did Andy.
Yeah.
It looked like a fun spot. I mean, you get to take a chairlift back up to the top of the run.
Oh, I know.
I want to do that. That's how
that seems pretty sick.
Transylvania looks sick too.
Yeah, that hill looks gnarly.
Oh yeah.
If
I don't want to hit it, but
Gnarly.
if only we can get Wachusett to do the same thing, because they have a paved run. It's in Middle Mass,
Okay.
and
oh yeah, and y'all
they hate us coming down their hill.
your skaters' times suck too, dude.
What?
So you guys usually are meeting up around 11.
Yeah, that actually means 1 o'clock.
My point exactly. 9 times out of 10, I'm already invited to a round of golf by 8 a.m., bro.
Well, we're thinking about travel time.
What about travel time?
Sometimes, like, say, if it's Robin, like one of Robin's
Oh,
events.
yeah, no, that I understand.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of stuff that goes into, hey, meeting up with people to go skate.
Yeah.
It's a lot these days. For me, I got into skating because I had stopped drinking. I was thinking I had to get back into shape. And then I noticed that I was skating by myself a lot. Maybe about the 3rd to 4th season in.
That's how it always goes.
Yeah, so I was skating by myself a lot. And at that point, I was like, dude, I want some socialness.
Right.
The next thing I know, that's when I picked up the golf clubs. That's when I joined the golf league through my night job. Then Jeff started inviting me out to the ranch and stuff. And that's kind of how then that filled in the thing, because now I'm on golf now, because I was all the time, booking tee times. And then, cool, I'm matched up with some randos. And it's a great time.
But at the same time, like, you can kind of golf whenever you want to.
I guess the point of my question is I just want you
Exactly.
to come out more.
Oh, I know. It's a problem that I'm in golf mecca in my neck of the woods. I got like 8 golf courses within a 5 square mile radius.
Yeah, my golfing is skating.
Yeah,
right?
see?
So, like,
See?
I make excuses to drive all the way to New
Yeah,
Haven after work for an hour so I can go ride West Rock for
Skating's
for
the
3.
one thing
Yeah.
Skating's the one sport I have done the least. I'm only done it for 4 years.
Really?
No way.
Yeah. What was the first event? What was the first knob I went to? 2022?
I came with you, I think.
No. I went to my first knob by myself.
Okay.
Yeah, with Jordan.
You started riding in 22.
No. 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're fresh.
Well, like I said, I had stopped drinking. I wanted a social aspect, but I also wanted something that was kind of, exciting.
Well, let's talk setup. What do you ride?
I ride right now. I am on a Rocket Phoenix Tristan Cardillo Pro with Don't Trip Danger Pros. I forget the bushing setup at the current moment, but it's double spherical, base plate hanger, front and back. I have a custom footstop that I made on the water jet at my night job.
It's
all right.
It's a tank.
Off of some scrap and whatnot. It's
big.
What's it made out of? Aluminum or something?
Yeah, just some aerospace grade aluminum, and
Okay.
it was just sitting there. And the water jet guy and myself had some free time.
Clearly.
I found some scrap, and I was like, "Hey, can we make a footstop out of this?" He's like, "Dude, it's like that thick." And I'm like, "Yeah, screw it." He's like, "That can cut through." He's like,
It's big.
He's like, "Yeah, it can cut through
Literally
up."
like that
He's
thick.
like, "It can cut through up to 11 inches thick," and I'm like, "Yeah, this is probably about 2." So we're good.
I
You
have
be
one
careful
at
with
home.
those because, like, I know I've seen Robbins. I think he has a scythe. I think it's scythe. It's that giant like spiked
Yeah.
half circle footstop. Those things get sharp.
Yeah, I know.
If
So
your board slides upside down
No,
enough times,
the one he made is smooth.
yeah. So
on
now
your
think.
foot
So now
side.
think about that thickness and that solidness. But then I just made it smooth. But here's the kicker, where we went half-ass was just kind of just like in the preparation. But you could tell that we did kind of put some thought into it. Because next thing you know, we pulled out some calipers, and we were getting the angle specific to the shoe that I was wearing, and I was wearing a pair of Ninja 2s. So that footstop that's on my board is actually perfectly molded to the arc on
Yep.
on some Ninja 2s.
yeah.
My footstop is perfectly arced on that. Okay, because I was wearing these sneakers at the time when we made it.
I did the same thing with I have a 3D printer at work that can print TPUs, like the rubber stuff.
Yep.
So I printed like variable infill so it's like stiff where it needs to be and squishy where you want it to be, so it grips your foot. But I like dialed it in. I made like a bunch of different angles and whatnot, and different curves to grab my Air Force Ones like perfectly.
You skate in Air Force Ones?
Hell yeah, I do.
Nice.
So what's
That's a thick sole.
I mix between those two. That's what Robin said. I mean, I use insoles anyway, and like I'm not doing kick flips. I'm going 50 miles an hour, right? So like
planted.
I can still feel my board
Yeah.
as long as I've got grip. If I've got free brake sole in there, there's extra thickness too. So like I don't need to feel my board that much.
I couldn't.
That's what the FOOTSTOP's for.
I run Vans, and I'm like this far off the top of my skateboard. I couldn't imagine being that far off my skateboard.
What's funny about my setup now that I think about it is that it actually made an appearance on Owen Campbell's YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Roast my setup
Oh,
with him and a booga. Okay. So I think it's maybe, I forget how long the video is, but it's right around in the middle of it. Okay. And it goes through, and then they're talking about it, and Abuga says, "You're not what is it? He said you're not Danger Dan or whatever when he had seen my trucks." But then next thing you know, it goes down to the picture, and Owen makes a comment on the FOOTSTOP, and then Abuga's just like, "That thing's a block."
Yes, it is.
He's like, "Dude, that thing's just a unit." He's like, that right there is aura. So that's how kind of like borderline obnoxious the FOOTSTOP is.
Does it work?
Yep, and
That's
it
what
says
matters.
1 of 1 on it.
Yep.
So
well, I mean, I have one.
no, actually, you don't have
No,
the same one.
I have the regular side.
No,
you ride
so
Goofy on a skateboard.
Yeah, and yours also is. Yours can get reversed. Yours was the first iteration of it can being able to get put on the regular side.
So it has.
So if you think about it, the way that mine is that it has to get put on one certain way. Okay, the arc goes this way.
Yeah.
Cool. Your foot goes in there. That's it. This other one, yes, cool. You can have it directional to where with his arc goes that way. You can have it that way and set it that way. But on the back side, instead of making it a straight like I have it on mine, I radiused it.
Yep.
Made a full radius on it, so then when you flip it around, you have just pretty much a universal.
So true or false? You ride Goofy skateboarding, but ride regular snowboarding.
Is right foot forward.
Goofy? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then yeah, Goofy
100%.
longboarding, yeah, and then regular snowboarding.
What's up with that?
So for me, what I've noticed is that when I'm going down on my board, I feel like my dominant foot in the whole chain of events on my longboard is my front one.
Okay, so that being right foot.
Yep. So that's what I'm pivoting. That's kind of like how I'm.
So why don't you ride Goofy snowboarding?
Because if you think about it, I pivot on my front and I turn with my back. I'm doing the same concept.
I don't compute.
Yeah, it doesn't quite clear with me either, because at least with me for both snowboarding and skating, my front foot's kind of planted, my back foot's doing all the work no matter what.
So my front foot's the one that's doing the work on my board.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess my feet kind of work together, so I get it.
On
Yeah.
your board, are you talking about your snowboard?
So
or
on
your
my longboard, my front foot's the one that's doing the work.
Well, it should be the front foot on your snowboard too.
No, because the back foot on my board is what's kicking it out and what's catching into the edge. And
Dude, he's a level 1 bronze instructor. He knows which foot's supposed to be what.
So
I mean, that's completely fine.
We steer our snowboards from the front.
You pivot on the front. You kick it out with the back.
No, you
and
pivot.
then you turn and rotate your body, and then you dig into it, and then you do that. So pretty much you're doing this.
Pivot happens from the middle.
What?
Yeah. Pivot is technically supposed to happen from the middle of the snowboard.
So when you're doing a nose press, you're pivoting on your front foot,
No,
right?
That's pressuring your front foot, not pivoting.
So you're gonna pivot on that. So if your nose pressing, and then you go and kick it out like they do on
That's
a rail.
why they call it a nose press, because you're pressing into the front.
But then you can pivot
pressuring.
on it, so you can't
That's-
pivot on that.
That's rotation.
Oh, we're using synonyms now. Rotation's the same thing as pivoting, because when you pivot, you rotate.
No, pivot is meant from the center of the snowboard.
I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah.
It's from whatever your weight's on.
I bet you'd be really good at riding switch in either of those
I
two
can ride
scenarios.
switch. I do fine.
Yeah.
Like on a snowboard, on a snowboard and on a
At
longboard.
this
I bet
point,
you'd
I'm
be
just
pretty
fucking
good
with
at
you.
both.
No, I know. I know what I know you are, and that's not a problem. I just know what I'm doing on my board, and I know what I'm doing on my longboard. You asked me
But no,
for
I'm just trying to educate you a little bit on what the technical terms are, as far as like when you become like a level 1 Aussie instructor, and in all of these technical terms, as far as pressure, pivot, tilt, twist. There's multiple pressures. There's pressures like along the tip and the tail, and there's pressures along the toe and the heel. So the front and the back and fore and the aft. And then you have tilt, which is tilt on the snowboard, and then pivot, which is the pivot of the middle of the snowboard.
Do you push Mongo?
No.
No, he doesn't.
Good for you.
No, hell no. So back to that point. Back to that point of
I
that.
push Mongo. Just so you guys know. I'm a fucking kook.
Wait, what?
Dude, I'm so
I didn't
fucking
even
kook.
notice this.
Oh yeah, I put my back foot, my right foot, like just a shoe's distance away from my foot stop, and I push with my left foot and then wedge it in between my back foot and my front foot, and go. I mean, I got a killer push, but
I'm gonna
push
have to
Mongo.
review the video footage.
Dude,
to
I'm
watch
fucking
this.
kooky.
Yeah.
So where everything's coming from is the freestyle aspect.
Okay.
A lot of that changes when you're on a rail, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you're on a box, when you're flying through the air, okay? When you're setting up. Okay? So when it comes down to that and then all the rotation into it, you're going to notice that you're not ever on the center of that board on any of your features. 9 times out of 10, you're leaning back, you're leaning forward, you're leaning side to side. Okay? So at that point, when I hop on a box, pressing on my toe, okay? But at that point, if I want to kick out the back, then guess what? Now I'm having to turn that press into a pivot and rotate. At which point, what's going to rotate it? My body, and then I'm going to also bias it with that foot. That foot is fine with moving it out and kicking it out because I'm already used to how I'm doing that on my longboard with how much pressure I'm putting on it and how dominant it is. On my snowboard, that's my dominant foot. On my longboard, that's my dominant foot. That's the one that I am putting as much input into as I'm rotating, as I'm doing this. If you look at my hips on it, a lot of times I can keep my body square and just rotate this because I'm doing a lot of leg work with it.
I think, like Trey said, you would be a good switch rider. You should
Well,
try.
I do. I just choose not to.
You could
That's the thing. Like if you were to put my board in and just have me ride switch, because that's also I have to go through the woods. Mm-hmm. There's times I can't just always be that way. That doesn't work out that way. If I come out this way and I got to pivot back and then go that way because it's kind of one of those like a falling leaf style.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going that way switch.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now I have to pivot back that way. So now I'm actually having to do all that stuff tightly in the woods switch. It's fine. It's not a problem, but I've noticed that it's more lagged.
Yeah.
That it's not as fluid. I make do, but I'm not going to sit there and hard charge all damn day because I know it's just...
It's just a strange thought to me that I know that you ride right foot forward on your skateboard, and you are as good as you are in that area, but when you ride your snowboard, it's left foot forward, and you are as good as you are in that area.
Self-taught. So this is the thing. You had someone like, so if you went through the instructor training and this, that, and the other, you had the technical terms to go along with what you saw yourself doing. I never had the technical terms, never cared to get the technical terms. I sat there and I had to get down the mountain. This is how I've been able to translate that. This is how I've noticed my body. I've had to be in tune with it, figure out what I'm doing, this, that, and the other, to be able to do it. Do I have a technical term to tell you that? No, but I do know that when I'm doing this, that, and the other, I know what part of my body is controlling that.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that more of the control for my board is the front foot, and the more of the control for my snowboard is my back foot.
Both of you started with snowboarding before skating, right?
No.
Skating first?
Skating. I started skating when I was 9.
I started skiing. I was skiing at age 5, and then by 13, 14, I switched to snowboarding.
And then you just started skating?
Yeah.
In the past 4 years, okay.
Yep.
No, I started snowboarding when I was 30.
That's right. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Which is fucking wild.
I was working at the mall in a Foot Locker, and a snowboard shop opened up. And it's a snowboard skate shop, and I would go and buy my first longboard from him. And he got a brand new shipment of Never Summer snowboards. And he had them all lined up on his wall. And I was like looking at him, like, man, this is nice. I wish I could do this. But I looked at the price tag. It was $560.
That's a
was
month of my paychecks.
Yeah, I was like, holy crap. I was like, there's no way I can do this, you know. You know, a longboard's one thing. It's like $150, you know. And then he's like, you know what? Come back in 10 minutes. So I went and fucked off for 10 minutes and came back, and he had a whole setup on the counter ready for me to go.
No way.
He had a brand new snowboard, that Never Summer Evo that I rode this morning.
Yep.
That I said I was ready to ditch. But he had that ready for me with a set of bindings, boots, a pair of pants, a jacket, goggles, and a lift ticket. He was like, just demo this board, and if you like it, you can pay me in installments. And I was like,
Robin's board is my freestyle setup that I got rid of when I went to the Capitol.
Wait, the Robin that I know, the Robin?
Yeah.
Or a different Robin? No way.
Yeah, so
Because he just learned how to snowboard.
his board,
last year I took him.
his board binding setup is mine. Was my old one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that Form Youngblood Double Dog is what I was coming off of with the Rome SDS Uniteds and stuff.
I took Robin. We went to Killington last year because I won 5 tickets in a raffle. So we
took him when he's just learning to Killington.
Yeah.
I guess there's plenty
there's
of
there's a beginner
easy
trail.
runs and stuff.
There's a learner.
It's
a
a
whole
big it's a big
learner
mountain,
section,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So the only thing that he needed was boots because we couldn't find him boots.
And
that were
meanwhile,
his
I don't know
size.
how y'all didn't say anything the night before. I had boots sitting in my car. No, actually, I brought them in too. But no one claimed them. Next thing I know, he went and rented boots because he's like, no one had boots. I'm like, I just bit my tongue.
I mean, I had boots, but they weren't the right size. He's got a big foot.
Well, what
My
size is
foot's
he?
tiny.
What size was
He's
he?
a 10 and a half.
Yeah, dude, that's what those
Yeah.
supplements were. Yeah, I'm a size 11 in the 32s I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, same difference. Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, the only thing that he needed to rent was boots. So we went rentals, got him boots, and then we went over to the Bunny Hill, and we worked for like an hour, a normal red lesson, and he started to finally pick it up. Beltreezy picked it up like that.
Really?
It was
nothing against him.
He picked it up so fast, and
Nothing against Beltreezy though, but he was riding edge a lot. He was almost doing the equivalent of snow plowing. Yes, he was making it down just fine, but Robin was trying to straight turn,
right.
stop.
You got to be able to get
But, I mean,
going left
No,
and
but
right.
which was fine. But I would have to say Beltreezy decided to shut things off once he was like, oh, I can get down without having to do this. He was just sliding a lot. I was riding with him. Yeah, he was keeping up, but at the same time, I wouldn't be too confident with that. Robin, you were giving him way better basics. Robin was actually trying to do the whole. That's why he was holding himself up though, because he was trying to get Robin had the edge and riding that down.
He was much more difficult to teach in a sense because it took him longer than John to get the basics and get off the Bunny Hill.
Okay, yeah.
John was ready to get off the Bunny Hill way sooner than Robin.
That's crazy because
That's just all how Beltreezy is though.
Yeah,
That's his personality.
You put him on a
He's all
skateboard and Robin will smoke him, right?
Right, yeah.
It's just
But
it's
because
interesting, right?
even Robin even told me that like, my balance isn't that good because he's very
Which is
top-heavy.
nonsense. The dude was a dancer.
Right.
The dude has incredible balance.
He's
bullshit.
very top heavy.
He is
up
now, yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Where Beltreezy is the same size as me.
Yeah.
Even smaller, and he rode one of my snowboards, and I gave him a bunch of gear, and he just got on it and was a couple of tips here and there, and he got down, and he was making turns left, right, and up.
I've noticed that a lot of people that pick it up quickly have they turn their brain off.
Yeah.
Present.
So yeah, so Robin was trying to, like, if you said that he was a dancer, that I didn't know, but that is very structured to a degree. Steps, cadence to the beat.
So
he was trying to step, cadence to that. Beltreezy, he's ebbs and flows like the ocean.
So there are many different types of
All right,
learners.
yeah.
So we have doers, watchers, thinkers. Right?
Yep.
So most doers are watchers.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You have to watch in
You
order
got to
to
watch
do.
in order to do.
I try to replicate.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think Robin was a watcher where he needed to watch and think about things.
Yeah.
Where Jonathan Beltrisi was a little bit more of a doer.
Yep.
You know, he just kind of like, I'm going to do this. And then he's going to feel it out. So there's doers, watchers, feelers, thinkers. You know? So he's got to go out and feel it.
Yep.
You know? Most doers are watchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, because like I said, I self-taught myself how to snowboard. No one in the family. I think
Yeah.
the only snowboarder, proficient snowboarder in the Rodriguez Melendez family. All right. No, it's whatever. It's no problem. My parents just got me into it really young. But when it came down to now having to learn how to snowboard, I had no one to reference.
Yeah.
Okay. So I watched videos. The pros, it sucks to watch pros.
They make everything look easy.
Yeah,
right?
they do.
But what the problem is that everything is, since they make everything look so easy, there's no physical cues to pick up on. You just see the end result. You don't see the subtleties of what their body's doing, how they're setting themselves up, because they've gotten so that second nature that you just don't even notice it. It is great going to a mountain and watching the people that are good but not that great, because you can still see where they are.
It's hard as an instructor to
Yeah.
not like watch somebody going down the hill and just kind of like movement analysis from the chairlift. I have to like tell myself, don't watch this guy. It's fine. He's doing all right. He's fine.
So when you start watching someone that you can tell, hey, they're getting down the mountain, they're going just fine. They're doing their S turns. They're doing good on heel.
Beer.
Yeah, I got you.
They're doing good on heel edge. They're going good on toe. But you notice that they're not. So you can still see some of the physical cues.
They're hesitating a little bit.
Hesitating, at which point you can then see, oh, hey, actually, whoa, they orientated their body like that, set themselves up like that, and then initiated. At which point you're just like, huh, so if I go that, then go, should work. You try it in practice. It never works because you just don't know how the mechanics are.
I can, to this day, I've been riding for 6 years now. That's not 6 full seasons. That's not.
No, I got you.
You know, I don't ride like someone who's been riding for 6 years, but I'm not bad, right?
No.
I'm much better when I follow somebody like you down a run, because I don't have to think. I just follow your line and go. I'm a much better rider when I have someone that I can just watch and copy.
Yep.
Right? Than making up my own line.
Yeah.
You know, I'll hesitate half the time.
Where I got into leading the packs a lot is there's a lot of people actually in my neck of the woods that will shit on me. I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, no, that will just absolutely, make me look like I'm a beginner. Okay? There just is. They make it look more nonchalant. They make it look more fluid.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, there's always somebody. There's always a
No,
bigger fish, right?
that's exactly so. But when it came down to with us, the only reason why I ended up leading the charge half the time is because I was the most familiar with these mountains.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, crap, I have all different degrees of ability. And when I'm going, I'm thinking I'm going fast. But then I go and turn around and I see someone like Chris, okay, right on my back binding. I'm just like, okay, we need to find another gear.
Chris actually races, right?
No, I have actually. Hey, Chris, I have one of your Alpine boards, which he knows about. I went and picked it up for him.
There we go.
It's sitting in my basement. He was supposed to get it this weekend.
What is an alpine board?
So hard boots. All right, you're directioned. So you know how us were like this?
Like ski boot hard boots?
Yeah.
Oh.
So do you know the little skis?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know the binding system for those little skis?
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing. Same binding system,
But on a snowboard.
but on a snowboard. At which point, so you know how us on a snowboard, our feet are ducked?
Yeah.
Okay, depending, but 9 times out of 10 on freestyle, all mountain kind of setup, you're ducked out. This one, it is fully directional, flat tail, rounded nose. Bindings are not like this, they're like that.
You're basically doing a downhill longboarding stance.
Yep. At which point he's now locked in and he can hard carve. Those are those.
Dude.
So that's what he's trying to get into. Him and I have lengthy conversations about this stuff and whatnot, about the snowboarding, and the last podcast, I want to say, from Killington, was Chris and I for like an hour, 2 hours, just going back and forth about this stuff. And yeah, no, he keeps up great, all right, just fine. But even then, he's just like the proficiency, like the woods. Mm-hmm. Not everyone's always exposed to woods. I always threw myself in the woods. I thought they were fun. A lot of friends, like the people that were way better than me, going into the woods. I'm like, it's like the first time I got invited with these guys. No, I got to.
You have to go.
Well, they're not gonna invite me again. If like, oh well, dude, we go through the woods. He has to sit there out on the groomer. Like, come on. So went through the woods. At that point, it's just like, oh, it's a whole different animal. And now I got to keep up.
A whole new beast.
Yeah, now I got to keep up. So it's just like, dude, you got to step up to the learning curve quick. At that point, then I started throwing myself into the woods at Okemo.
Yeah.
And stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then that's just how I became proficient. But it was a double-edged sword. Me leading the packs on a lot of these trips, all right, at these mountains, then allowed me to see the broader picture, at which point is leaps and bounds. Like the second half of your life will start in the woods when you go from this to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? And can actually analyze it in a way to where you're not feeling like you're like that, to where you can actually process it. Once that happens, then you can actually find a flow through the woods. And then it's really easy.
I wish that we had more woods at my job where I work. But
I get that. Because if you think about it, when we're going down a regular groomer and we're taking our turns, there's just no trees there, but we're still doing just one line here, one line there.
Yeah.
It's more mental.
yeah.
Where you can't screw up, we're going to hit an inanimate, non-movable object. Yes, that messes with you, but at the same time, the mechanics and the board riding.
I'm not gonna lie. I wish that we could have spent more time in the woods.
Yes,
Yeah.
likewise. I always wish that too.
Yeah.
I always wish that too, yeah. Well, that's why when we came here last time, like 2 years ago, the first run I took you was right past the entrance of a wood trail. I'm like, hey, we're going to hit that next run, but this is the warm-up. I took them down to Black Diamond for warm-up. All right. Yeah.
Naturally. Yeah.
This is
Right.
my philosophy. Hit them with the worst in the beginning, then they know that it's never going to get worse than that.
Yep.
You know what to expect. It's like on longboarding. You never want to start halfway up the hill. You want to start right from the top. What's the speed like? All you're going to do is just psych yourself out when you try to go any further.
I mean, I have a different philosophy. I definitely
I know
would
I psych
start halfway
myself
or even a
out.
quarter up, and then work my way up to the top.
See, if I make it to the bottom and I go at a slow speed and that's fun to me, then I'm just like, I don't need to go any faster.
No,
But-
I see that and I go, all right, cool, I can hit that faster. I can
Like-
hit that faster.
like-
I can hit that faster. And that's how I work my way up hills. most
I,
of the
I
time.
give credit to Ellis because he definitely pushed me to a point where I was beyond my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And we went to a hill and I was like, no, I'm not skating this hill. I see all this, that, and that. And he's like, just trust me. Just follow me down in the truck and I'll do a stand-up run. And he didn't make it maybe 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You know, And
Ellis
then
is the one that
he was
told
just
me
like-
that whole start at the top thing. He's like,
Yeah.
dude, if you start at the top and you
Yeah.
see how fast it's gonna go, he's like, you can hit these speeds. You're fine with these speeds. You're just not familiar with the
So
run.
once I seen him do it, I'm like, oh, he de-weights, then de-weights, then de-weights, because there are 3 massive cracks in this run,
Okay.
in a turn.
Yep.
And he, I seen him, I watched him de-weight the board and get back on it,
Yeah.
de-weight, get back on it, de-weight, get back on it, and then he got into a full tuck and then got into it. And I was like, oh shit, this is totally doable.
Yeah.
What really freaked me out is because Pete on his luge did it first, and I was following him in my truck, and I watched his luge just go like this, and then just boom, and then just never leave that era.
Yeah.
And then I was like, whoa, I'm not doing this shit. This is way too much. And then Ellis was like, no, dude, I got you. And he definitely pushed me to the point where I'm like, okay, I'll skate it. And then I did. And I'm like, this is fucking fun. This is not bad at all. All you have to do is just anticipate those 3 cracks, the features that are in the road, de-weight, get back on the board, and then just send it.
We were talking about how much solo riding you do in your area,
Yeah.
right? And that, in my opinion, only gets you so far.
Yeah.
The only time that I've ever gotten better at skating is when I find a group of people that are much better than me.
Yeah.
I did a lot
exactly.
of riding with Jesse when I first got to Connecticut. That dude shreds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he showed me stuff I didn't even know could be done on a board.
Mm-hmm.
But he got me down runs that I never thought I could go down just because he'd walk me through it.
Yep.
And he'd show me it was totally possible. You don't have to go crazy. But you really got to, at least in my opinion, putting yourself in those uncomfortable positions with really good riders makes
Yeah.
you such a better
Exactly.
rider at the end of the day.
Same with when we went to TP for the first time. That section of good road, once you make that right hand, that's in front of those nice houses before you get to the cul-de-sac, I definitely wasn't comfortable with that, you know. And then I just did it and did it and did it.
Just so you know, just for an edit mark. One, I haven't taken a shower. Two, I'm just getting a little tired. I'm just saying that's all I'm saying. Is that I know I don't. Okay.
I think we got it.
Okay. No, I
I
just.
to shit.
Yeah. Well, no, that's
real bad.
All right.
That's the only reason why I was starting to say something, because I was starting to feel my eyes get a little, and I'm just like,
All right.
yeah. But yeah, and
The old men are getting
Exactly.
tired at 7:17.
Yeah, we
Just
are.
want to clarify.
yeah.
All right. So thanks for watching. And that's going to be it for this episode of the Downhill Dummies podcast. And yeah, we had a good time at J Peak today. Just as a closing note, just going from Jay to you, what would you want to do more? You first.
Oof. All right. What do I want to do more? Like in what? In what regard?
Like as far as like if you could have had more opportunities to do something today, what would it be?
Nothing. It was all condition permitted. The conditions weren't there for me to wish I had more, wanted more. Cool, yeah. I would have loved to have hit the woods a lot more.
Yeah.
But the conditions weren't favorable for
Yeah.
that, which was fine.
All right.
Right? So it's like I can't sit there and be
Fair
like,
enough.
oh, I wish I had more. No, it just, you really actually couldn't get more, so you just kind of deal with it. If I knew that there was the option to where it's like, yeah, I could have actually had that, I might actually have a better answer for that, but the conditions kind of stifled that. So I made my peace with, hey, we're not going to get everything done that we want.
All right.
I think I could have forced myself and us into the park a little bit more, because we had some good runs in the park. I think we could have had a lot more good runs in the park, because the whole mountain was kind of but the park was the same as it always is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The rails were slidey. They're not sticky. I didn't feel anything sticky in the park.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
had enjoyed the park. No issues there. Yeah, I don't know. I think we were just inconsistent. When I had the bug to hit the park initially, when we
Yeah.
were kind of just there and they were grooming it, but then we never made it back. That bug kind of just.
Yeah, like we had the bug to go into the park, but the park crew was in there
And it was closed.
fixing up the ramps and whatnot. So we had
'Cause after I
to
did that-
make other plans.
Yeah, because after we had done that little Grom run, Cool, I was like, yeah, I want to actually hit the park. Let's hit the park. But then it was close. And then next thing you know, we're zigzagging. Now it's at the end part. And I realized on that one lap that I went through, or those 2 laps that I went through on the park, I was just like, yeah, I can only send it so far. I've already kind of... The freshness. Fresh legs, fresh this, just amplitude just wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
A couple trips to the trees will take that out of you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And then, no, you kind of just... You got to be on top of it.
All right. So
And
we
you're in
have,
front of the chairlifts, too.
so we have some food for thought for next year. All right. With that being said, thanks for watching. Stay positive. Keep riding your snowboards and your skateboards. Peace, guys.
Peace out.
Bye.
Woo!
Tips up before you go. Tits up.
JPEG sucks. Tell your friends.
Yeah, J Peak sucks. Don't go there. Tell your friends.
J Peak's great. Go there.
All right. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Successful podcast.
Yes, it was.
Man, we got so far off topic.